Hello, this is Mac with Mac Commentary. Recently, I received information about a situation that occurred in Harrison Township, Michigan, at a high school which is named Lance Cruz High School. Now, Lance Cruz High School has a white population of about 82% and a black attendance of about 10%. And the rest of other minorities. The city of Harrison Township has a population somewhere around 25,000, with about 2% of the residents being African Americans, and 95% are white. Now, this small group of individual blacks that go to that school, just about 2 or 3, however many it was, they got involved in an altercation there. And after school, they decided they was going to fight it out. And my source tells me that some of these grown-ups came as far away as from Detroit, which is probably about 20 miles from Harrison Township. But they came there to fight. And they just, this is what I'm talking about, the inappropriate behavior of blacks. Many of our leaders, so-called leaders, run around and they talk about white supremacists, and many blacks are talking about white supremacists. This shows that white supremacy has nothing to do with this here type of behavior. It is just inappropriate behavior that shouldn't be condoned by anybody. And these are adults there. And the way they beat on this one Hispanic woman and her daughter is just deplorable. The lady was trying to help out. And you'll wonder why people don't get involved in these things when people act like this, is because they don't have respect for anybody. And here this here big woman weighing 200 or 300 pounds just throwing this Hispanic woman around like a rag doll. And it just wasn't called for. But anyway, let's take a look at this footage, and we'll come back and talk about it again.
Is recovering after she got beat up trying to break up a brawl outside a local high school. 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash is in Harrison Township with more on the fight involving students and adults outside Lance Cruz High School.
Investigators believe there may have been talk on social media that this fight was going to happen, but the district says it had no knowledge of it until it was going on.
I was trying to help someone else from being injured.
That attempt to break up a fight outside Lance Cruz High School Wednesday afternoon ended with Amanda Wilhelm on the ground. You can see from this cell phone video Wilhelm getting punched repeatedly. She's in a pink shirt and dark shorts. Wilhelm is a mother of 4 and a former reserve officer. She wound up in the hospital with injuries including a busted lip and bruised ribs.
I didn't punch, I didn't swing, I didn't do anything, and this is just completely uncalled for.
Investigators with the Macomb County Sheriff's Department say the fight started after school with some students just outside the building on school property. Then others who don't go there, including adults, got involved. Wilhelm says when she came to the school to pick up her daughter Christine, she saw one of the hall monitors, the guy in the purple shirt, getting hit, so she tried to help.
The one young man that initially assaulted the security guard was going after him again. I grabbed his shirt to keep him from charging at him. And this lady jumped on me and she punched me several times in the face, threw me to the ground, and then I began being stomped on.
And as that happened, watch closely. You can see something fall to the ground as Wilhelm is knocked down. It's her gun. Police say she does have a valid permit to carry.
She's got a gun.
After she got back on her feet, she got a hold of it.
I heard someone yell, "There's a gun," her gun fell. I crawled to get my gun to reholster it immediately. I didn't want one of those kids picking it up and using it.
Wilhelm says the other person seen on video getting attacked is her 15-year-old daughter, Christine. Christine says a woman came after her as she tried to help her mom.
She swung at me, and I missed it. And her little sister, she's a freshman at my school, she squared up with me and tried fighting me. And next thing I know, I was on the ground being dragged by my hair and punched.
Police were called, but when they got to the scene, the fight had broken up. They now believe they've ID'd all those involved and expect criminal charges could be on the way.
I want to see them prosecuted to the maximum.
The school district says 2 of its staff members were trying to break up that fight. The superintendent has released a statement. You can find it all on our website, wxyz.com. In Harrison Township, Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.
Again, as you can see, blacks have gone wild. They have gone wild at this school. And you know, it would have been, what would have happened had that woman that you saw there, they were throwing her around, the Hispanic woman, this big 300-pound woman, black woman, was throwing her around like a rag doll. Now, what would have happened had this woman reached in her back, because she did have a gun, a concealed weapon, which she was authorized to carry, and pulled that gun out and just blew her away, standing her ground, because she could have feared for her life with that way that woman was pounding on her. But she didn't pull the gun. The gun came out, but she picked it back up, put it back in her holster so none of the other kids would get it. But if she had shot that woman and killed her right there, there would have been Black Lives Matter, would have been right up there marching and protesting and wanting to do away with that Hispanic woman. But what can we say? What can we do? This is another chapter in Black America here as to things that's going on in our community, fighting and fighting. And if there had been a teacher at that school having a problem with that parent or whoever they were, student, however they were related to that student, had been a parent going up there had the student had a problem with the teacher, they would have been up there fighting that teacher and doing whatever they could to disrupt that school. And here they are, a very, very small minority in the school as it is. What was it, about 10%? Yeah, I tell you, you know, until we can get our act together and start acting with appropriate behavior, who wants to be around these type of people? I know I don't want to be. And I surely don't want my kids going to schools like that, where these type of people are going. Now they've let them into the school because Michigan has a school of choice program where you can elect, if the district allows it, you can elect to go to cross districts and go to a school in a different district to help you get your child to a better school for a better education. But blacks have gone wild. They have gone wild.
Would you listen to my love, baby? Would you come with an open heart and listen to my love?